What's going on, guys? Zeo here from the FallenRedZeo, showing you more of my Power Ranger collection. Continue to go through all the old Zords, and this time we have from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy the Torozord, or in this form here, the Defender Torozord. And so this is a pretty cool set. It's the 6th Ranger of the Magna Defender. It's his Zord, and it turns into a bull, which you could probably kind of tell. And it's a pretty cool set. It's not like the greatest Zord ever, but I still really enjoy it. And of course, if you saw last week's The Lost Galaxy, I really like Lost Galaxy, so I'm excited I was able to get this Zord as well. I don't know if you can kind of see, just starting off maybe down here at the legs, a lot of the stickers are starting to peel off, and I have ordered more from BD15, so those should be coming at any point in time. I just don't have them currently. Other than that, the Zord looks really good. It's not broken, has all the pieces and everything, so I'm pretty excited about that. Just need new stickers on it. But of course, this is a Zord, so we can transform it, so that's what we're going to do. So starting off here first, we have his 2 swords. So it's a sword, it's called a double-edged lance is what they just label as, and it's just a sword, 2 individual sword things, you know, they can chop around stuff, but you can also connect them together. They have little connection pieces right here, and you can just pop them in together like that. So I guess that's, you know, kind of how the lance can be for the Magna Defender when we see him. But then we have the actual Zord. So this is in the Defender Torozord mode, and so it just looks like a normal Zord. So you know, we have the feet all the way up to the top. We have the face up there, of course. It has some movements and everything, so the arms can rotate all the way around. It's probably going to be loud. And then you could technically rotate the hands if you twist the feet, because that's how you get the feet for the bull, and the hands to disappear is doing that. And then we also have some leg joints, so pretty much the knees bend, go up to 90 degrees like that. And then again, the feet can twist a little bit if you wanted to have them like twist it out more or something, but again, that's just a part of the bull feature. But other than that, he doesn't really do any other movements or anything besides his actual transformation. But for Zord mode, that's really all it is. So it's pretty cool. It actually, you know, has a Zord that has, you know, some pretty decent movements and everything going on, a little bit more than others, so that's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and turn him into the Torozord itself, so the actual bull. So for this one, we've got to open his head, so we can just go ahead and push his head back like that, where it kind of gets the bull. Man, raise it up a little bit there for you so you can see it. So you just raise the head up, and then you just open the front and the back, and then you can see inside there we have the Magna Defender. But in this version here, he's the Mega Defender because he's supposed to be a larger version than him normal self, so he can, you know, ride the bull that we'll see here in a second. But it's just a little figure here of the Magna Defender again as the Mega Defender, so his colors kind of change, but he like kind of even folds himself. So if you saw, his legs were folded up to be able to go into the Zord. But to undo that, you'll just pull his feet straight down, and then you can fold the feet out like that, and he's got the 2 feet there so he can stand up. And then he has kind of funny arms, so his arms do this thing. He has a switch in the back, so when you push it down, his arms go together, and so I guess that's a part to be able to get him to fold up to fit into the Torozord. But it just kind of looks weird, and you can always do stuff like get him to like clap his hands and stuff. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but he just has that, and you can fold his arms down and everything. And he has a lot of joints and stuff. He also has the horns up here on his head that can fold out to make it look like the Magna Defender there, and so it's pretty cool. So you can see he has a twist at the head there, so his head can twist all the way around. Then he's got the shoulder joints, so shoulders rotate all the way around, and then he even has the arm parts here that can go out to the side. Has what would be like a double elbow joint, so it has the joint at the top and the bottom there, and the hands twist around as well, so for holding the swords and stuff, we'll see. So a lot of good range of movements there on that. Then of course his legs can come out to, you know, to 90 degrees, all the way out to the side 90 degrees. He has a thigh twist right there at the top of his leg, a double knee joint as well, so he can, you know, get his leg to bend up pretty far, and then the foot flex there as we saw earlier, so that's pretty cool. So again, he has a lot of good range of movements. And then of course that movement there on the back there, we can clap his hands for you, yay. And then you can also take and put the swords into his hands as well. He has these holes inside of his hand, which I don't know if you can see it right there, and there's a hole right there in the center of the sword, so you just have to slide that into his hand and put those onto the hole just like that. So there he's got the swords now, so he can fight along and stuff, and we'll show it here in a second with him standing by the Zord and stuff. So that's pretty cool there for the Magna Defender, or Mega Defender in this case. So but the actual Zord, so then we can go ahead and close this back up, close the front up and stuff, and then we can take the legs, fold them forward like that, and then twist the arms, and the hands will completely disappear. But then we have the feet of the bull, the front feet there, and we have the head there, so pretty cool. And then we go to the back where we saw the knees bent earlier. You just fold those down, and then you twist the feet forward, and they kind of shorten up, so you can see the height difference there, but they shorten up there. And then now you have the actual bull, which is pretty cool. And for the head and stuff, you have the mouth that moves, and then of course you could kind of move around the head and stuff a little bit there, but looks good just normally how it is with it straight on. But here we have the Magna Defender sitting right next to the bull, so you can see how tall he is compared to the bull. At least in this transformation, you can't really, you know, fully tell. He's just probably about a 5-inch action figure. Like, he looks shorter than 6, so probably like a 5-inch figure. But you can then take the Mega Defender and put him on top of the bull. So to do that, you just slide what would be the seat back, so it's normally like the cod piece or whatever. For the Zord, you just slide it back and it turns into a seat, and you have to get his legs folded up, so you you just fold them up into a 90-degree angle like that, and they will spread out a little bit. Give him a little bit of space, and he can sit right down on top of the seat there. And we can do stuff with like these straps here. They're supposed to be, I assume, like the chains or whatever, just to be able to like control the bull and stuff. So you can get him on set and everything, and then put those into his hands. I think you're supposed to do something like specific, so you can get him to like ride on and be able to like hold the reins and stuff to be able to control the bull. But I think you can also do a thing where they pop out of the sides on here where they're attached, and they have the same little hooks like the swords. So you could, you know, maybe even attach the swords to them just like that, and then put them into the defender's hand, so it's, you know, a little bit more control, kind of like that. So it's attached to the swords, so we can do that on each side or something like that. I'm not 100% sure what you're supposed to do exactly with it, or you could take it and do like the swords, you know, could attach them together, and then that could give, you know, a way for the Magna Defender to be able to hold it or something. I'm not really sure. I tried looking it up, couldn't really tell what people were saying, and then I tried to look for the actual like instruction stuff, couldn't really find anything. So it doesn't really matter. It just depends on what your preference is for what you want to do with the reins here. But if you do pull these out, it then has these pegs on the side that they popped into, so those went down into this, and it has little pegs up. So when you put the Magna Defender on here like this, he has these sort of like pegs on the bottom of his feet. The peg right there, when you do that, his feet will slide into that, and then it kind of helps hold him on more. He doesn't stay on very well for me, but it does hold him on more. So both of his feet are now like pegged in there. Again, they just kind of sit on there. You can maybe kind of see that they're kind of pushed up in there. And so that kind of like helps hold him on more and stuff. But like I said, I don't know what you do exactly with the reins. Like I said, you can either attach them to the swords and then put the sword in his hand and it'll attach to it, or you can connect them together and then just slide this into his hands and stuff. So again, either way, they just act like reins to be able to control the bull. So you have it just like that with the Magna Defender, or Mega Defender in this case, sitting up on top of him there. And so I guess that looks pretty cool and stuff. And then again, you can take his swords or the lance and then connect them together like that, just pop them together, then just take like the one hand here. And again, I don't know how he's going to hold this exactly, and then you just pop it into like the back one like that, and then now he's got a long spear type thing, or a lance in this case, or it could be with him being on a bull and stuff, and like this could be like a jousting stick or something. But anyways, it's just another featured stuff that he can, you know, ride along, be able to fight alongside the Power Rangers and everything, or it can go into the Defender Torozord. So there's all sorts of options you can do with this. I think it looks pretty cool just the way it is, just with him riding the bull. But of course, since he doesn't like sit on here and stay very well, even with his feet in the pegs, I just like him in the Defender mode more just because he's stored inside of it. But speaking of, we'll go ahead and put him back now. So we'll go ahead and take the lance out of his hand. So I assume in the show, since I haven't watched in a while, I assume he rides into battle like this, and then he turns into the Defender Torozord by going inside of it. In this version, he, you know, just folds up and goes inside, but in the actual version, you know, his feet go down into the feet, his arms go into the arms, and that's how he controls it and everything with him on the actual inside. It's kind of like a big giant Robotech type thing for him where he's sitting on the inside, but with this, he just kind of folds up and goes inside of it to store. So we'll go ahead and pop him off, and we'll get him straightened back out, and then we'll go and pop these reins back in on the sides over here. And again, they just peg down into these slots. You just slide them down in there, and they stick in like I showed earlier. So we'll stick those down in there, and then we'll go ahead and do the transformation. We'll go and start here. So we'll go and slide the seat back up. We'll fold his feet out and then twist them out so they go to their actual length, like that, and so then we can stand them up there. We'll fold the arms down and twist them out to reveal the hands. So again, you just twist these and the hands come popping out like that. So there we got the hands for them, and then we can go ahead and put the Magna Defender back inside. So we'll pull the front forward and the back to the back, and then take Magna Defender, and again, you just have to kind of fold him up. So you fold his arms up to his shoulders, get him all straightened up like that, and then pop the piece forward so his hands go kind of like that, just right in front of him. And then we take the legs, bend them up, make sure the feet are folded, and they kind of just pop. I don't know if it's magnetic or what it is, but there's just something that kind of like pops them into there, and then again pop it. See, I just made like that pop sound. Goes like that, and then you just take him and stick him down inside of there. Fold his little horns up on his head so they don't get caught, and then fold the back. Fold the front. This kind of gets stuck on his head there, so I'm surprised it's like not more worn out or anything, the paint and stuff, and the horns haven't got ripped off, but it just kind of slides over his head like that. And so there we're head on, and then you just fold the helmet up like that to reveal the face. And again, that's supposed to be the Mega Defender's face there, but just the way this is designed, it doesn't do that. And then we've got the swords to go back into his hands, so we'll fold his hands up. And again, you can just separate them, slide them into the hands individually like that. So he has two swords to stick in his hands like that, and then again, you can twist them off to the side and stuff, or you can take them and put them in in the same hand and just go underneath. They don't stick too well together. You just have to kind of shove them up in there. So then he has a long double sword there. So very cool for that all together. So that's it for this review of the old Power Rangers Lost Galaxy Torozord with Magna Defender. So pretty cool Zord all together. You know, a toy from 1999. Still works pretty well. Function has no issues. Again, the stickers are kind of falling off, like you can see right there on the arm and stuff. But again, I have more ordered to put on it and replace, so it'll hopefully look a lot better. But again, it's another Zord from Lost Galaxy, and I love it still. So even though doesn't do a whole lot, it's still a very enjoyable Zord. So let me know your opinions of it in the comments down below and leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed. But don't forget to check out all of our Power Ranger videos. You can see the Lost Galaxy Megazord over here on the left, or the whole playlist of all our Power Ranger collection over here on the right. But thank you all for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Stay awesome, and I'll see you next time.